What did you see in that picture that really said beach? The ocean. Very good. So let's go ahead and draw a horizon line where the sky meets the sea. Go ahead and draw that. Go ahead and draw that. All right. So, do you think What a Mess would be very excited if it was a stormy day at the beach? No. What kind of day do we really prefer at the beach? Hot day. What else? What would be shining? The sun. All right. So up in our sky, let's go ahead and add a sunny sun. I'm going to do this in marker because my camera absolutely hates pencil. All right.
Yellow.
Okay. I'm going to do it with this. It's like my pencil. All right. What else? What may be gliding by in the sky at the beach? What might else be in the sky at the beach? All right. What else? Clouds. So let's go ahead. Maybe a few clouds block the sun occasionally so it's not as hot. Alright, so we got some lazy clouds going by. Breeze at 5 miles per hour. It's a perfect beach day. What else? What kind of wildlife may we see up in the sky at the beach? Quinn?
Birds.
Huh?
Birds.
Birds. So we can add some lazy birds. Maybe seagulls or pelicans as they fly by. Very good. Alright. Oh, we got a problem though. Did the narrative say that What a Mess was very excited to be out in the middle of the ocean? No, he's at the beach. So what do we need to add down here to make it the beach?
Sand.
Oh, let me see that hand. Jackson? Sand. So we need some waves to lap up onto our toes, or What a Mess's toes at least. How can I say that this isn't a giant lake though? What's the difference between a lake and an ocean that crashes onto the beach? Quinn? That is true. A lake does not have any sharks. Okay. But what else?
That lake doesn't have any waves.
Waves. Very good. So we need to have some waves. They're swelling and they're going to come and go onto the beach. How many people like to play at the sea foam at the beach? Yeah. So let's add a frilly line for our sea foam of our crashing waves. All right. So this is part of what a Mess is seeing at the beach. Y'all are doing really good with this. All right, what else can we add to our beach? Because I've got quite a bit of land still left here. I don't want to show my leg though. All right. There we go. All right, what else can we add? Shells. What a Mess may be very excited that there are shells to collect out on the beach. So let's add, I'm going to zoom in on that. Here. Let's add some shells that have washed up on the beach. They could be just little ovals. Shells come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, like squares.
More round things. Alright, why don't you try this one? A teardrop. And we're going to put a funny hat on the top of it. Here. And then we have a conch shell. So that'd be a very fancy shell that washes up on the beach. Alright, seashells are one thing, but what other things could we beach comb off the beach? What other things could we collect off the beach? Quinn? Okay, so maybe a crab is crawling by. We did see a crab on the cover of What a Mess Goes to the Seaside. So start with an oval. And I'm going to go with a very thick kind of V shape for claws. I'll zoom in on that. Alright, 2 big arms to hold our crab claws, and then we're going to have a bunch of smaller legs, 4 on each side, to help our crabs scuttle along. What do you think that crab is going to leave behind it as it scuttles through the sand? It's going to leave behind. Very good. Tracks. So you can add some dots, spotty dotties. For the crab as it walks through the sand. So now you can tell where the crab's been. And y'all can add 2 little eye stalks at the front of the crab. Alright, so the crab's quickly going to scuttle back into the ocean. He doesn't want to be near What a Mess and his family. Very good. What else may I find washed up on my beach? What else? Think about a time you went to the beach. Quinn. Little piece of squid? Okay. Maybe squids, or maybe a fish has washed up. Maybe that crab will have it for lunch later.
Yep.
Yummo.
I'm already home starving for lunch.
Oh, I know it's almost y'all's lunchtime. Alright.
It's almost?
What kind of plant do you think would wash up on the beach? What kind of plant? Alright, Jackson.
Seaweed.
Seaweed. So let's add some seaweed. I'm thinking kind of lazy looking S's. And I come back and I make it look like seaweed.
It looks like a slug.
Well, we can add some little pock marks to it. Yeah, and we'll color it green when we get to color. Alright, so 1 seaweed, 2 seaweed. Alright, this looks like an interesting beach. I would love to go to this beach. I have something I like to collect from the beach that they're very interesting. I like to find pebbles that are smoothed out by the ocean. So y'all can add some small pebbles. Yep, they've been made completely smooth and round by the waves washing over them again and again. And maybe, even maybe, if you're very lucky, maybe you could find some triangles like shark's teeth. Yep, so add some little triangles. They're usually black or dark brown for shark's teeth. I don't think What a Mess would be very happy if we put a shark fin in the water for his family to look at, so we're not going to do that. Well, I got examples of, there are sharks out there and they've lost their teeth, okay, because they grow them over and over and over again. A shark can easily have over 100 teeth in its mouth at one time. Yep, and they grow them back just like you do, but they lose them constantly.
And I found this book that had real life shark teeth.
Cool. All right. So now we got a little bit more room at our bottom. We have our beach line up here where all the cool stuff is found. If I want to move back from the water though, okay, how would I set up my area? What would I have in my area as I set up on the beach? An umbrella. So let's have an umbrella. Let's do a frown. Ooh, they're excited next to our frown, and we'll turn it into a half circle. Yep.
Let's do it up on the beach.
Up on the beach. You don't want to be down in the water because it'll wash away all your stuff.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to add, so it looks kind of like a mushroom. I'm going to add a stake. I don't know. What's the middle of an umbrella called? The pole. There you go. Alright, I'm going to put a button on top right above where the pole is. A button. Alright, and then I'm going to have curved lines coming from that button. And suddenly I have a big beach umbrella. Very good. So now I have some shade. What a Mess has some shade as his mom and dad help set up the little area. Alright, well that's nice and dandy, but what else can I add to it? What else can I add?
A chair under the umbrella.
A chair? Chair might be a little hard. How about this? I know everyone likes to take a towel and spread it out for everyone to get. So let's have a lazy rectangle. Or maybe you have one of those beach mats that you spread out.
This does look like a beach.
It does look like a beach. Yes, this is our setting.
Mine's on top of the water.
What a Mess is very excited. He's going to run and bark at everything, and he's going to bark at the crabs. All right, our beach mat or our towel has stripy stripes on it. You know you got that favorite beach towel that you take to the beach, and you're so excited when you pull it out. Don't put your pencils in your mouths, please. All right, and I might have an extra fancy mat that has a fringe, like a rug. And that's just a zigzaggy line on one end, a fringe. All right, I know when you go to the beach, you go for the whole day. What would I need to take food in? What would I need to take food in? Okay, water and snacks, but what will I carry it in, Quinn? A cooler. All right, so let's add a rectangle for a cooler underneath our umbrella. All right, maybe it's on the other side of your umbrella. It's fine if it is. All right, we need a lid so it can open up. And we may have someone who's already pulled out a water jug, set on the sand underneath the umbrella. You don't want to have food out because then the seagulls come. And that's bad. Alright, and put a lid on top of that water jug. And maybe if you have the fancy ones that has a handle.
Oh, that's called a mug.
Well, maybe it's a thermos or a Yeti kind of thing to keep it nice and cold. Alright, so now we're going to have a picnic on the beach, or What a Mess is going to have a picnic on the beach. They're set up for the whole day. They're so excited. And even though What a Mess is a puppy, what kind of shoes do you usually wear at the beach? Sandals or? Alright, what's the flip-flops. So let's add some long ovals down here, because What a Mess actually does go in his flip-flops to the beach. Even though he's a puppy, he has 4 of them, 1 for each feet. And I'm going to zoom in on that ear. And I'm going to put kind of a lazy bird on each of those flip-flops. So now you can see where the straps are. Oh, very good. All right. What would I want to play with at the beach? What would I want to play with? What do you take?
A beach ball.
A beach ball. I definitely need a beach ball. So let's do a circle. But I'm going to draw a line right down the middle of it. Oh yeah, but now I'm going to add a curved line on one side and a curved line on the other, so now it looks like a beach ball that has those round sections to them. Alright, I got a beach ball. Better be careful the wind doesn't blow it away. That wouldn't be good. Alright.
I'm going to draw a circle in the middle of it.
Alright.
That's what I always do. Surfboard.
A surfboard. How about a boogie board?
Oh, I don't.
So I'm going to make a horseshoe shape. And I'm going to give it a flat bottom. I know some of y'all think wearing the wrist strap isn't cool, but I'm going to have a wrist strap attached to it so it doesn't get taken away by the ocean, because the ocean loves boogie boards. Alright, so What a Mess has his boogie board. He chases his beach ball and brings it back to the picnic if it gets blown away. What was on the cover, though, of What a Mess Goes to the Seaside? What was he building? Quinn. A sandcastle. So, alright, I will have y'all draw the bucket, at least, because I know y'all know how to make sandcastles out of a bucket, right? Oh, yeah. Maybe you had those special tools. What a Mess and his family brought a lot of stuff, but that's what you do when you go to the beach. Alright, I could scoop sand with my hands, but what would make it easier? What kind of tool, Quinn?
A shovel.
A shovel. And I know that a handy dandy shovel would make it super duper easy to get that sand into that bucket. Alright, how your sandcastle looks is up to you. So next to your bucket and your shovel, I want you to quickly draw out what your sandcastle would look like. That is up to you. Some people like giant spires, which means towers. Some people like to make it big and wide. Some people like to add a wall around it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. This is up to you. How do you want your sandcastle to look? I know I like a wall around mine. And I like to get a flag that I make out of seaweed and a stick. Maybe I'll make it look a little bit more like a fort. Sandcastle. Alright, does everyone have a little bit of a sandcastle in there? Maybe you decorate it with shells that you collected. I know we always decorate ours. My husband and I are very good at working as a team to make a really good sandcastle.
Look at how I made mine.
Let me see.
It's actually like a castle, but these are just sticks, and that is a pebble, sticks and leaves, and that's sand, and that is
alright, yes.
I did not even eat breakfast on the way over here.
Okay. Okay. And we're recording. Okay? We're recording. Alright. So, great. We've got our cute little camp that we've set up. We got our picnic. Shh, hon, you need to eat breakfast before you come to school. Alright. So now, does this look like a good setting? Yes, this looks like a fun beach to go to for What a Mess and his family. So now that you've drawn out all those little details, okay, like an illustrator in a book would, now you're giving your people an idea of what the setting, okay, or the place looks like for the story. So I want you to go ahead and color in your beach. You need some, well, What a Mess is looking out over it. He's like so proud of everything they've set up. He's excited to go start chasing crabs. So you just imagine that What a Mess is there with his family. So go ahead and start coloring in your beach scene or your beach setting for your What a Mess narrative. What a Mess looked out over the beach and he was so excited. All right, Miss Teagarden, I think that's going to be
Yay.
it for now. People online, please color your beach scene, and I can't wait to see you back in school. We'll see you soon.